All right, guys, here we are on the post-settlement occupancy. Now, another term that has been used commonly for this is a rent back, and we are encouraged to not use that term because it is not a lease. This is a post-settlement occupancy. This is allowing a seller to stay afterwards. It's only up to 60 days. Anything past 60 days does constitute a lease, but the word rent back can be confusing and make it seem like it is actually a rental. So we've had post-settlement occupancy agreements in place for quite some time, and they've been very common. However, we have not had one from Maryland Realtors. So you'll see that the term does not exceed 60 days. That is generally because of lenders' rules. But this particular document is not to be used outside of 60 days. Otherwise, a lease should be instituted. Nominal consideration, which is free, essentially. Carrying costs of the buyer, so the buyer's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, or a flat daily rate for the actual post occupancy agreement. So $500 a month or etc. So what did that look like? Flat daily rate. So maybe $20 a day, something like that. So what is the security deposit in that? And security deposit will be held by generally the title company. You will want to ensure that if there is a post-settlement occupancy, that the buyer does choose a title company that is willing and able to hold the security deposit for post-settlement occupancy. That the seller is going to continue to keep the property in that condition, the condition that it was at the time of contract as well. Seller shall continue to pay all utilities. Final inspection, seller will vacate the property. Buyer will do a walkthrough, and seller and seller's designee has every right to be there as well. And they will take it. They will have a final inspection, and in that, if there's something that is wrong with it, if the property condition has not been complied with, buyer shall deliver a written list of deficiencies, with each deficiency corresponding to a line item charge against the security deposit to seller and escrow agent within 5 days. So basically, buyer has an issue. Buyer has to deliver written proof to the seller and to the escrow agent. Otherwise, the security deposit is going to be out. So buyer does the final walkthrough, says everything looks good, goes on vacation for a week, comes back and realizes that a big hole has been burned in the carpet in the basement. Doesn't matter. It's past that time period. Buyer really needs to inspect the property fully at that time to make any judgments about something that should go up against the security deposit. And then the escrow agent will disperse as needed. It is not a landlord-tenant relationship. Property can be accessed by the buyer with reasonable consent unless it is an emergency, and proper insurances should be maintained by all parties. So basically, it's just taking our post-settlement occupancy agreements that we've been using and making it a uniform form with Maryland Realtors.